race here. If you can take the favourite out, but James, the reality is the favourite's in the race and surely she's the one to beat. But I suppose from a punting point of view, what sort of price would you be keen to play?
Well, I've marked her $1.70, so if you get better than $1.70, I'd be keen enough to play, but certainly not game to tip against there. But if you're playing those sort of Cornellas or trifectas, I think a horse like High Am will be in the right spot and should stick on and run well. So in your multiples, make sure you throw her in. Yeah,
I think she'll run really well, High Am, but also reliable Dame at a big price. But Astoria nearly picks herself, and Cheska, how does she present? And then a pick of the yard, is it her, the fave?
Aloysia or Astoria? Aloysia, yeah, no, she looks well. She was a bit on her toes, but the good news is she's not sweating, so that kind of suggests that she's excited, she's ready to go, she's not worried about things. So we'll still keep an eye on her as she goes out. But the one that caught my eye was Sweet Mischief. She's a very light-framed filly with an incredibly athletic walk who looks like she'll stay.
Well, Bruce, Cheska's keeping me on my toes.
Yeah, well, she does that. Now, Michelle, I'm dying to find what you like in the race after looking at them in the mounting yard.
I think it's very hard to go past the favourite. She's just had the perfect lead-up runs into this race, and I think, especially for fillies, it's very important that they have the right lead-up runs where they're really hitting the line and just progressing, and she's just had the perfect preparation. But I think that, you know, Jay McCarr's horse, on with Francesca, if she can have a sweet run from that barrier 3, she'll be finishing off well.
Let's go to the tab with you, Jared. Has there been any specking for Jamie Carr's horse?
Not really, Bruce. Look, $1.75 here, Aloysia. So, look, Fame Perfume in 2009 jumped $1.65. So it's just got out slightly, still holding roughly 3.5 times more on Aloysia than we are on Pinot, which has been 6 into $5.50. Lover just been hovering between $9 and $8.50. Bring Me Rose is actually fourth best backed at $23, and we took a $4,000 bet on Rimram at $18. And don't forget, our insurance special for the Oaks, have a fixed odds win bet with your tab account. Your horse runs second or third, it's cash back up to $50.
Thanks, Jared. We'll get that hot horse. So the fillies have made their way out onto the track for our feature race. It's been going since 1861, this classic. It's the Kennedy Oaks. So the scene is set, the favourites out there along with the competitors, so the 12 fillies on the track. So let's catch up with Richo.
Well, Aaron, a final thought before you see the favourite go around here in the Oaks.
Yeah, very happy with the way everything's gone over the last few weeks. Every step we've taken, she's taken it well, and her work since her last run has been without fault. So couldn't be happy with the way she's presented today and the way the last few weeks have gone. She's nice and keen in the yard. Is that the norm for her? She's a pretty cooperative filly. She very relaxed at home, very easy doing that with, but she knows when it's race day, and she's definitely here for business. Okay, how do you see the speed map? You obviously see Pinot going forward. Enough speed on. Where will you be? I think there's 2, 3, 4 that might push forward, so I think that leaves us sitting maybe third, fourth, fifth. I've given Luca Felli a free rein to do what he sees best at the time, but yeah, I'd like to see her just off the speed. Well, it's been the plan throughout, mate, so good luck. Thank you.
And for Luke Nolan, he hasn't had a ride since race 1, and he's had a long day, Hamish.
I'm going to be really disappointed, Bruce, when this carnival ends. These are great moments for me, and I know the day's getting longer and the shadows are getting a little bit longer, but things are about to get very, very serious. As you can see, all 12 are just walking around with the barrier boys who do an enormous job. There's about 20 of them down here. Just Sweet Mischief, you can see going past us here. She's sweated up a little. Lover's been so relaxed, just been walking around for 3 or 4 minutes just in front of me here. We spoke earlier about Aloysia. You can just see a couple of the barrier men are with her. She's such a small little filly, but gee, we know what she can do on the racetrack. And we spoke with Adrian Bott earlier today. Pinot, she's about sort of 100 metres or so behind the barriers. Lovely loose rein, very relaxed. But what we do know is she'll go forward and lead. Adrian Bott told us that. And we see Luke Nolan. I think the farriers perhaps are about to have a pressure moment thrown upon them. We spoke about what a job they do, and I heard you talking with Richard and Francesca earlier about replacing the shoes. Not ideal, but gee, they do an enormous job. Normally takes 6 or 7 minutes when you're in the stable to do a shoe. They do it in quick time here.
Yeah, it's not absolutely what you want. Now, we might go to the tab in a moment to you, Jared.
It's just a difficult thing with the Oaks start, because unlike other races where the horses are a long way from the crowd and you do get a chance to get the horse to relax, right there, as Michelle could attest to, you're right in front of that crowd. There's more to upset the horse.
There is, but they generally seem to handle it pretty well. I think actually it's nearly an advantage because they haven't got the weight of the jockey on their back, and you might not think it's a lot, but you know, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. And you know, jockey pops back on, gives a little trot around, and you don't seem to notice too much difference. She looks nice and happy there.
It's possibly not all that surprising that she has pulled the shoe off, because she does tend to dance around a little bit as she was going out of the mounting yard, and all it takes is to step on her right front leg with her left front fore, and they can just clip the edge of the shoe where it attaches to the hoof there, and she would have just pulled it off cleanly, no damage to the wall, and it goes back on nice and neatly.
I know it's probably the obvious thing to say, but we all think she can win. I do. I love her, actually. But I'm more nervous now because this has happened. I don't know if I should be, but I am.
No, I wouldn't be. I think that these things happen all the time, and horses tend to just, you know, deal with it and carry on. So I wouldn't find it too much of a concern.
I'm feeling better already. Let's go and get a hot horse from you, Jared.
Well, it drifted 5 cents, Bruce. Aloysia, $1.75 to $1.80. But Pino will be the hot horse based on its move 6 into 5.50. Lover's just trimmed up again as well. But look, the bulk of the money with Aloysia. But Pino, your hot horse.
And just quickly, Jared, is this the best price she's been for a while, $1.80?
Yeah, she was $1.50 final field. So $1.80 is the best price since final field open.
So getting out in the market, not dissimilar to Yankee Rose last year. I think got out to $1.90 at the end.
A lot of Oakses, well, more than occasionally, quite often get a long price one getting into the placings. And last year we had long price filly winning the Oaks, but you can get a long price one into the placing. So if you're betting at home, you want to have something each way, you can back a long shot in an Oaks.
Michelle, this start, if we turn around, we see it now. It's not much of a run to the first turn. This is why it's 2,500 metres, our classics, not 2,400. We can't have a mile and a half. So how important is this first run to the turn in these races?
It's really important to get a good start because you haven't got much time, obviously, to get into your position, and it does get a little bit tight, sort of getting into that first corner where jockeys are jostling for position. So this is very important for barriers from this start.
Hayne, back to you, mate.
Yeah, it's the off four, as you can see. There's the near four, which is the left front, or the off four, which is the right front, and it's the off four they're working on. I think they've found the same shoe. So what can happen is they can notice that a shoe is shifted, pull it off, and then put the same shoe back on, which means it's already been shaped, or they have to start again. I think they've put the same shoe back on, hence it didn't take too long, just 3 or 4 nails on either side of the foot. Luke's back aboard. Let's hope she isn't affected.
And just with Luke Nolan, he didn't want to talk today. He just wanted to break after the first race. He said, I'll do everything you want me to do afterwards. This is for everyone. He's a great guy, Luke. But there's been, this is a big build-up for him, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. He's on a short price favourite for one of the features of the carnival, so you can understand that. You want to be in the zone, you want to be focused, and obviously he doesn't want to leave any stone unturned, so he's definitely making sure of that.
If my memory serves me correctly, he's been on a short price favourite a couple of times before, has he, with Black Caviar?
I think so, but I suppose he hasn't had the support of recent times, so it's important to him.
And Terry Henderson, who manages the OTI syndicate, he said he feels more nervous before this race. I think because of the weight of expectation, everybody thinking that she could be something really special, and she's just got that progressive profile. We don't know where the limit is for her.
Well, the fillies have won this and gone on to win Melbourne Cups. At the start of the day, Francesca said this was the second best horse in Australia behind Wings. We're about to find out. Here's Matt Hill for the Kennedy Oaks.
Stay up. High arm goes in. Rimram, Lucky Louie and Pino will complete the line for the running of the Kennedy Oaks. Lucky Louie is in. Ben Malum, after that terrific ride in the Melbourne Cup on Tuesday. Pino goes in and Rimram to complete it for Karen McAvoy. Comes up. Stand by for the Kennedy Oaks. 2,500, they're ready. Set. Aloysia is getting very agitated.